Someone fetch me my apron. I feel good. I feel good.
I'm saying, like, I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore. I left that lifestyle a long time ago, bro. Like, I don't want to be that anymore. Like, and she's coming back. She's coming back, bro. Like, I feel like getting a cane. If you know about the canes, then you know. I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be a mother. This song is activating demons that I locked away a long time ago. And it's coming back again. And I don't want to be that. I want to be a good person. I don't want to. It's kind of why I didn't want her to do this song.
Wait.
You said why now?
Yeah, why now? I'll tell you.
Okay, so watch this. So now, I'm gonna push back just on the tone. One thing that I hate is when if somebody has not been doing something right, and then they do something right, or they haven't been saying the right thing, and then they say the right thing. Instead of us rejoicing that they're actually beginning to see the truth and come to grips with the truth or what is right, why people be like, oh, why now? Who gives a fuck why now? Is it, you get what I'm saying? I mean, we should be rejoicing. Wait. Now I'm giving my opinion. We should be rejoicing that the fact is that person is seeing a change, regardless of how the change took place. Some people's going to be like, oh, because she got a daughter. So fucking what? God put the daughter in her hand. You get what I'm saying? My thing is this. If somebody's talking the right thing, and if you pay close attention to what she says, she's talking about her own personal demons that she tried to lock up and bury. And we all have demons that we try to lock up and bury, our lower primal selves. So what I'm stating is that what's wrong with her coming to this point of realization? Because when people say, why now? It's like, oh, the fuck you want to do that shit now? It almost tells me as though people have already thrown them away.
But this how I push back on that, Chef. That's how I push back on it. When she was putting that shit out about WAP, I don't cook, I don't clean, and you got these women out here talking about they don't cook and don't clean. I beg a difference. You knew that stuff was going trend set, and women gonna be saying this stupid shit, but yet and still
she was not a mother before. You're gonna wait. You you probably had over 30, 40, 50 children under your care. You care for your own kids plus other people's kids. This is her first child. Having a child move through your birth canal changes you forever. So what I'm stating is, did y'all already throw her away? Yes, she made WAP. Yes, she did the other shit. So the fact that she made that song and she came up a certain way, is she not allowed to feel like she wants to protect her kid and she doesn't want to create that music?
Okay, but what about our kids? What about our kids?
That's not what I'm saying, but she already did this shit. Wait. No. Andrea said, how about our kids?
What about,
she did this shit before. So what I'm saying is, okay, what would you prefer? Would you prefer that she just, would you prefer she just keep making fucking multi-million selling pussy songs?
No, what I'm saying
is what she say positive or not? Because you didn't even say.
Andrea, I got
you. You didn't even say
you're making my point.
Okay.
You didn't even say, oh, that's good. You was like, oh, why now? Who gives a fuck why now?
Because I'm saying I started this conversation with my comment why now. So the only question would be why would I say that? Because when I say why now, is because I like to know your motivation. Is it genuine? Are you just having another fleeting moment? Are you feeling guilty? What is your motivation? Is it a long-term change? do you feel any remorse for the fucking poison that you fed everyone else's daughter before you had your own? So the whole idea is that when you fuck up in a major way and start to poison a whole generation of people's children, and you acknowledge that your music is activating demons in you, your children, and anyone else's, because you can't acknowledge it activating something in you that it ain't activating in the next motherfucker, then you have some repenting to do. When you come back to Jesus, you got to make some amends and admit where you was wrong and ask for forgiveness. You can't just walk back in the house with your dirty ass shoes, prodigal son. If you're gonna return, clean yourself up and make some amends, and then perhaps you can be considered for readmittance into the society or the greater society. But if you want to stand out there on the wing, you can't just flip around, use the gangbang, and now you want to go straight. You can't just be like, well, I don't want to be like that.
You mixing chronology, bro.
I got a son now. So
you mixing chronology, bro. Before. But you mixing chronology. You know why you mixing chronology? Before the prodigal son returned home, he had his epiphany. He had his epiphany of going back to his father's house. Mm-hmm. He had the epiphany. That's the initial, that's the aha moment. That's the eureka moment. Ain't nobody said that she's out here trying to run for office. She's actually telling you, sharing her epiphany with you. So hold on, let me finish. The apology shit don't come till after. I got to realize that I need to give you an apology first. And that's where the rude awakening comes. If you listen to what she's saying and the way she's saying it, she's coming to grips, in my personal opinion, she's coming to grips with with what's been put out there. And she's speaking to the impact of it on herself, where that music, especially the Shake It drill shit, is bringing out some of her previous demons. She sounded scared as fuck. So she sounded scared as fuck.
Yes,
so
I hear that.
You return home. So Vic, you said that you got to make repentance. Before the repentance, you got to figure out that you need to make the repentance. But it starts with the idea. So do you think that she was being disingenuous?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think she's being disingenuous. What I'm saying, I don't think she's being disingenuous. What I'm saying is, now all of a sudden she a damn mama now. Oh, it's about her baby, her kids. But what about our kids? What about sending the message to our children? So that's
human nature. I don't give a fuck about shit until it happened to me. That's human nature. But you wouldn't give a fuck about it until you had kids. It's human nature.
But at the end of the day, I'm a mother. I'm a mother to just not my own kids, to other mothers, and I'm worried about how it affected the other kids. And so what I'm seeing is she now all of a sudden she a mama. She get an epiphany. You should have had that epiphany when she put that shit out.
No, she can't think like a mama if she was not a mama.
Wait.
She can't. You remember, you take care of a whole bunch of kids, Andrea. So you judging her by you. That was not what she was about. That was not what she was about. She moved differently. You remember what she did for a living. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Right. So that was her means of income. Her sexuality was her initial means of income. You holding certain people. She's a fucking person that holds a microphone and raps, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? She's not a Nobel Peace Prize winner. She's not a civil engineer. She doesn't write legislation that's going to move the community. That's not what she's there for. She's there for us to shake our ass, bounce our head, and have some good music to drink and dance to. You get what I'm saying?
So when I say, are you a part of the problem or are you a part of the solution? She was part of the problem.
Yes. So when you get somebody who was part of the problem and they come out and tell you, I was part of the problem, and they start to articulate how they feel, when do you allow a certain amount of grace for them to say it was wrong? That's the biggest cheerleader you can have, because ain't nobody listening to you saying her shit was wrong. But her, if she comes out and states that she doesn't feel it and that it's wrong, you get what I'm saying? Do you understand? Do you realize that song that can cost her money? her making that statement? Because it's actually having an impact. It can have a negative impact because that's almost anti-marketing that she's doing.
You asked me a question. You said, do I feel like what she said was disingenuous? The answer to that is no. I think she had a true epiphany, rude awakening, or whatever. And those emotions that she's showing are genuine, and they're appreciated. I'm glad if nobody else gets it, she gets it for herself, and perhaps she will at least cease and desist from putting out more of the same. But, and that's good in a vacuum. That's good for her. But if there ever is a desire to be accepted, respected, or given a sense of grace that you speak of, then that requires a greater level of, I don't want to use repentance in this case, but basically more like penance would be the like when you give yourself lashes and shit like that, whatever they call that in the Catholic religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Purging, yeah.
Flog your motherfucking self. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. You go as loud as you was saying how lame people was for judging you and blah blah. I want you to come out and say, you know what? I was lame as fuck and y'all was right. And I'm so sorry for what I contributed to already deteriorating community for my own personal selfish gain. Because if you try to tell me that because she lived this lifestyle or how she was brought up or whatever fuck that she didn't know that she was contributing, because trust me, somebody put her on game. Somebody turned her on to the club.
Listen,
all of them fucking songs that she was shaking her ass to.
One thing you should never do.
She's not the first woman ever to go out there and shake her ass and say some provocative shit. So she knows the impact.
Yo, what's very dangerous.
That path.
What you're doing right now is dangerous, bro. What you're doing right now is dangerous, right?
How so?
Somebody as intellectually sound and high vibrational thinking as you, what's very dangerous is where somebody as intelligent as you and brilliant as you are, to assume somebody else retains the same amount of knowledge as you. Okay? Okay, I'm going to say it again. You can't, I'm going to say it regular. Somebody as fucking smart as you, it's not right for you to assume that somebody else holds the same amount of smarts as you and will process shit the way you process it. Hold on. This is Cardi B. Cardi B was known even before she blew up. Even before she blew up. They were like, yo, I can't believe that she's literally up there saying the shit that she says on YouTube. I can't believe it. Damn, she's honest to a fault. Damn. She's like, yeah, I know my teeth look funny. All of that crazy shit she was doing before her record took off. She's always been on that honest shit, admitting shit that people would not admit to. So what I'm stating is that I do believe that as she moves down this road, because if you look at this, I consider that a start of a movement with her. She'd have her epiphany. She sounds scared as fuck.
Okay, let me
land the plane. You gotta let me land the plane though. Let me land the plane.
Okay.
She's scared as fuck. And what I'm saying is dangerous is that for you to assume that her brain works the way yours works. Because guess what? You would never say none of the shit that she would say, even if you was doing the shit that she was doing as a woman, you would not say none of that shit. At this point, I believe all of that penance and repentance you're talking about, that's further down the road. Right now, she's at the point where it's like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? I'm feeling certain shit. She's talking about demons. How working on this project. So, and listening to it, it's turning something else on, and she's scared, and she's like, yo, I don't want to do this shit no more. This is a beginning step. Do you believe that she won't say something as she goes along. Y'all are wanting her to just go and just.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is she was influencing. People was watching her on Instagram. She was influencing the women. And so what I'm saying to her is, now all of a sudden you got a daughter. You didn't think about that before you were saying that shit. You didn't think about that. Look, before I had kids, okay? Before I even had kids, I was mindful of what I did. I was mindful of what I come from the church. I was mindful, okay? So I was mindful of how I put shit out. I was mindful. Even on YouTube, I'm mindful of what I say. I'm mindful. I'm PC sometimes. Okay, I am still mindful as a mother, as a grandmother, and as a foster mother. I'm mindful of what comes out my mouth. And then I didn't need no epiphany.
You said it because you said as a mother and as a foster mother. Yeah,
okay, but
right. So you have a set of life experience and you have a set of expertise. Okay, it's like fucking Michael Jordan calling me a piece of shit. Okay, because I can't dunk a ball. Well, he's the greatest dunker ever. What makes you're judging her by using the lens of the thing that makes you special. And that's why I say for you and for him, it's unfair. The fact that she even,
Chef.
Hold on, that's the way I feel. The fact that she even is talking down the most recent song, which is a money generator. Mm-hmm. She put out, it's like Pepsi putting out the shit and be like, yo, man, I don't like this cola shit no more, man. It's fucking up people's teeth, yo. And it's making me do such and such. Do you understand? This is a money venture and she's talking negatively about it. So it's like, my God, what else y'all want her to do? Cut the weird ass pussy off?
Pepsi rebranded today and said we giving out nothing but healthy shit. And everything that we put out before was poison. Our bad. But hey, so we got this new campaign and this healthy shit and yada yada the fuck yada. Everybody would be like, wait, go back to that.
But she didn't do that. All she's doing is sharing her moment. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talking like this is a campaign. She's doing is she's sitting down talking.
I'm not judging her. I'm glad she had an epiphany. I'm glad that she got a daughter that she want to think about some shit what she's saying. But what I'm saying is, what about the other daughters? What about us?
What about them? Y'all wasn't supposed to let them listen to that shit anyway. How about that?
I didn't let my daughter listen to that stuff. But what
I'm saying though, so it's like, how much responsibility? Now fucking Cardi B is our babysitter? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So listen, she was not going to be a neurosurgeon, my nigga. She was not going to, she was not going to be a queen of crypto. Sorry, say that again?
You got to be a neurosurgeon to know the difference between right and wrong?
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
I'm saying you giving me all of this credit for mental prowess when you don't got to be no fucking rocket scientist or even graduate or go to school to know the difference from right and wrong. And even if
she was in the fucking gang, my nigga. She was in the gang, bro. She was in the gang. She was stripping money. She took all of this stuff. Now we going right and wrong. Come on, man.
I just want half a second.
I'll give you 1/3.
Little Kim, Trina. Run the fucking table on down. The generation that came before her, stop at Nicki Minaj. Mm-hmm. Shit, that's way close. That's your current competition. You see the effect. It's not like she had this effect or this pull or this big draw before when she was just a girl with the crooked tooth saying dumb shit on YouTube. And nobody knew who the fuck she was, Belcalis. What I'm saying is, once you realize that you have a national audience and little girls are hanging on your every fucking word, she made a conscious decision, in my opinion, for her pocketbook over her morality. And that's what's wrong with America. And the thing that's wrong with America is when brothers like yourself give people a side door to walk out of. I'm not saying in this vacuum. Shout out to her. Shout out to her for coming to a realization. But I'm saying you can't stop there. I quantified that. I said that's good, but you can't stop there.
It ain't about stop there. The thing is, it's about being like, whoo, when a motherfucker hit rock bottom, they hit rock bottom. When you recognize that they hit rock bottom, and they realize what it is and what they're doing to themselves. You don't sit there and be like, why the fuck they, hold on. You don't do that. You don't just be like, oh man, why the fuck they didn't do it before? No, you be like, all right, cool. Let's see the change that happens now. You saying about, wait. You talking about I'm giving her a pass. All I'm saying is the only thing that I did was play that shit. I just played this shit because this just came out. This is recent.
I got a question.
She's literally sitting there. Hold on. She's literally sitting there.
We got
talking
questions.
About doubting her shit. Oh, I got you. She's doubting her shit. You get what I'm saying? That's where it starts. If she doesn't doubt her shit, she's gonna be still putting out pussy music. So at least now, hold on. So at least now she's like, yo, she's realizing that she was wrong. So okay, great. Nobody's giving her fucking awards. She's realizing she was wrong. That's how change starts. Y'all wanting her to go fucking purge herself and cut in front of y'all and say, oh, I shouldn't have done it.
No. What I'm saying is she should have elaborated a little more. She should have elaborated and said
she was fucking crying and scared. Come on, yo.
No,
this was not no big published interview. She was sitting there and she was having an emotional moment and crying in fear. So what I'm saying is you're saying, oh, she should have had a whole state. Yo, man, let me tell you something. This is one thing that I say, man. People, I believe, have a problem embracing or recognizing how change begins. When a motherfucker realizes the shit he been doing the last is wrong, motherfuckers want him to go and list everything out. No, he's coming to his point of realization. They didn't say, she didn't say, I want y'all to do this and yet. She's not even sharing that shit with nobody. She was having an emotional moment crying about something that she's coming to realization with. So when you say I'm letting somebody out the side door, that's bullshit because I'm not letting anybody off. The thing is, I'm sitting there like, yo, okay, a change is starting. I'm not celebrating shit. But the thing is, there's certain people, no matter what you do to change, there's always going to be the same people that's going to be like, oh, see, that's Chef. Yeah, I remember when he used to get drunk and piss in the sink back in 1982 with some bullshit.
What I'm saying, okay, but what about Latifah? You from New York? What about Latifah?
I know Latifah. Yes.
Okay, well she didn't do shit like this. She was gambling the women. But this difference.
So what's the point though?
The point is the difference. Latifah still made money and did what she did. So you can't tell me she could rap and still make money.
That's not Here's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just asking.
No. Watch this. So wait, hold on. So watch this. Watch this. If Cardi B went tomorrow and donated 95% of her fucking income that she made, okay, 95% of that shit, and donated it to black little girl shit, you would still be talking this shit.
No,
come on, man. So no.
What I'm saying is,
you would. Come on, yo.
Nah, give up that blood money and go put it where it belongs.
To me, I'm being honest. This is my truthful opinion. All of a sudden, she your mom now. That's how I feel. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
Yes, there's a lot. You never heard of women changing when they become mothers. You didn't change when you became a mom.
No, I was still not behaving like that because I knew I learned that okay.
That shit changed a man, and he ain't even had the baby himself. No, it's not wild, Chef. You just on one side of the pendulum. She's on the other.
It's not.
I'm right here in the
know what side of the pendulum I'm on.
I got a question. Well, let me ask you a question about your side of where you stand.
Yes.
I got one question for you. Now, we're going to leave names out of this, right? But let's just say certain people on YouTube just decided, I don't know, they wanted to repent and say, you know what? I've been acting like a real asshole.
I'm gonna answer that shit. I'm gonna answer that shit exactly.
Wait for the question.
I know what you're saying. If I heard it, go ahead. Land that plane so I can fly that shit back. Go ahead.
I'm putting some scenery on it, but everybody else.
I know where you're going. We can use it the exact same way. If I heard a tape of that person If I heard a tape that I was not supposed to hear, where that person was crying and was like, yo, I can't believe what I did, yo, that shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Chef, this, that, and the other, yo. You know what I would be saying?
What would you say?
Good. This is where his change begins, because once his change begins, he's going to start looking at shit through that lens. I'm not taking the motherfucker out to get a steak. I can be happy that I recognize the spark of change within somebody, but ain't no fucking body gonna change until they recognize the shit. So now we sit and watching somebody who recognizes what's going on and recognizes the demons awakening in them from that music and recognizes the danger. Maybe it was this song. Maybe it was this song, because she doesn't just talk about being a mom. With this particular song, she's talking about the music awakening inner demons within herself. So I'm not giving her no kind of fucking grace. All I'm saying is, okay, she's saying something. So what do we do now? Just whip the motherfucker? She's going through a change.
Okay.
Oh, because she's a mother now? Yeah, so what? If it's because she's a mother.
But the question I asked is to give it again. Was she part of the problem? Yes, she was. And I'm saying is, you didn't think about all that. You had massive. When somebody is preaching that massive, she had everybody's control, and they was listening to her. So I'm saying you had a responsibility. If you got all these women out here saying, I don't cook and I don't clean.
I got a question for you. Malcolm Little, aka Malik Al-Haj-Shabazz. Do you know what he did? He was a pimp. He was a hustler. He was a burglar. He was a dope dealer. He was a numbers runner. Things that they stated destroyed our community.
All facts.
He was in more than one city. He was called Detroit Red at one point. He was in multiple cities. He got to that money. Right? Mm-hmm. But guess what? He got to that money. And he did horrible things. But, hey, he changed. He joined the nation. And then he became even more powerful and added a lot of positive to the community. But imagine if people was like, oh, look at all that pimping, look at all that hustling, look at all that stuff. You know, would he have been as effective? The thing is, for her, if anybody, watch this. So now I'm going to flip the dynamic. Call it rabbit hole or what you want. I'll tell you this, though. If anybody can create a change in this shit right here, in terms of the music that's going out to our daughters, the person who created Wet Ass Pussy, that would be a great starting point, don't you think? The hottest chick in the game, talking that raunchy shit? Come on. I do my Lapeef thing. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If anybody could be the one that's making the change, you think Little Kim? Peace to Kim and the Brown family, Brooklyn's finest. Do you think Little Kim is going to be able to come and say, we can't do that kind of music anymore, y'all? You think Nicki Minaj can do that? No, people are going to be like, oh, Nicki not even hot right now, so she's just doing that because she's getting killed in that. The person who's putting it through, it makes sense for her to feel like that. But my thing is, what if she feels like I'm doing wrong? You talking like, oh, she should have felt that shit 6 months ago. Well, she didn't. And here we are. But she feels it now. What's wrong with that?
And I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but the question I would ask her is: all of a sudden, you a mom now. When little girls were watching your shit, you a mom now. You know you was affecting that shit. But now all of a sudden, I'm just being honest. I'm telling the truth. All of a sudden, you a mom now. You don't push some kids out. Now you want to change. You should have been a change before you became a mom.
You never heard you ever heard of Saul and Paul in the Bible?
Agreed.
So talk to them about Saul and Paul, Vic.
Saul was a despicable individual who killed many Christians and beheaded, and he was a grimy, dirty mouth. But he turned out to be the Apostle Paul once he cleaned himself up.
He changed his name from Saul to Paul.
One of the most effective and respected apostles. So when I don't disagree with what you're saying, but you actually encapsulating my point. One of the things that they say is that as hard as you win in the world, you got to go that hard, if not harder, for God. Can somebody mute? And if you're gonna change course, then you got to put out an equal and opposite amount of energy. Now, what you're saying is, let's just appreciate this moment. And I agree with that. I agree that, hey, you know what I mean? If it's authentic and it's not just a fleeting moment of emotion that she can be talked in or out of, and she truly has changed her view and perception of her own impact in music. If it took a child to do it, or some tragic event, it wouldn't matter what it was that changed her course. More power to her. You know what I mean? And I'm glad she found whatever she needed to happen to find that epiphany that you speak of. So just in a vacuum, I appreciate that for her if it is sincere. Period. Continuing, but in order for her to garner any respect from the injured parties, because that's what we're talking about. There's people who I don't think the people who the Apostle Paul whose family that he killed their husband or their father or their whatever, they still got that same vitriol and they could give a damn about the fact that he changed his life. And I'm 100% sure they still had a price on his head. So I couldn't care. Guess what? Tukey Williams got the Nobel Peace Prize from prison to try to undo what he felt he did. And they still fried his ass. So don't tell me that I'm somehow, you know what I'm saying, going too hard. Nah, you got to go harder. That's good that you had that epiphany, but you got to go hard, just as hard, if not harder, in the other direction. Keep going. Unmute.
I hear you on that. Andrea, this is the thing that I was saying. Mm-hmm. Brittany B, she said it less long-winded than me. Mm-hmm. We can't judge what God uses to change us. When something positive happens, something positive, even if you don't want to do it out loud, on the inside, you should rejoice a little, because that means you're closer to where you wanted to be than where you were before. Mm-hmm. The person who's putting out that music that you consider a poison is actually tasting it, and they're telling you, yo, this shit feels like poison. That's a start, which means that's the first start before for them to stop serving the poison up. So when you ask, oh, why now? Because you're a mother now? Maybe it's because of mother. Maybe it's because of the hormones from some medicine she got, postnatal vitamins. I don't know. But the point is, there's a change, and no change would happen without that moment, without that epiphany, that idea, that eureka.
I think I love you, Chef. Okay, so we're not arguing. We just got a little disagreement. Okay, but I think you're not understanding where I'm coming from. What I'm coming from is, look, when I was a child, I spake as a child. When I put away childish things when I got grown. Okay, and so what I'm saying is, before I became a mother, and took care of other people's kids, I didn't do some things that I knew was not okay, because why? I had other people looking at me. And what I'm saying is, when she's saying all that mess and preach, this one, I father a difference. I'm gonna push back, and I'm gonna push back on you. I father a difference in saying, when she was out there speaking that shit and saying that shit, she had little girls and women thinking it was okay. Now all of a sudden, I'm just being honest with you, all of a sudden she done put some kids out of her womb, and now all of a sudden she want to change. But what about other little girls?
So then when did you want her to change? When the fuck is she supposed to change? You getting mad because she's changing? Like,
no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that she's changing. I'm happy that she's changing.
But you ain't happy about shit. That's some bullshit.
When she got the first letter from the first mother that begged her to stop.
Thank you. What I'm saying is, did she sell her soul to the devil to get money? Because that's what I hear. I'm just being honest.
Vic. I'm just asking the question.
Damn, Vic. Yeah, man, you got opinions tonight. You put your dancing shoes in the trunk, motherfucker. Oh, you got opinions. Oh, you got opinions in that? All of the mother shows, you couldn't even give me a yes or a no. But now all of a sudden, because you sitting next to the trees, now you got opinion? You see that? You see what I did there?
Country niggas in their bushes and trees.
Right. I don't think he thought he was going to get pushed back for being Vic tonight.
Listen. I don't want to beat a dead horse and belabor this point, because, all I'm going to do, though, is actually send y'all images to Cardi's security, just to make sure they watch out, motherfuckers don't be coming over the West Wall,
I'm just saying it's a protocol. And yes, she grew up in the street, so I don't expect nothing from her if she grew up in the street. But you know what? At the same time, it's almost in a sense we're saying, as parents, I'm a parent now. I don't raise some kids, so I should have a right to say something now. I don't raise 2 kids with God willing, no criminal record, and my daughter about to have a baby. I'm going to be a grandmama. But do I want my grandson listen to that shit? Hell no. And what I'm saying is, she had a responsibility, and I'm gonna say it again. Latifah, okay, didn't put that shit out, and she still made money.
That shit was not out there. That kind of music did not exist back then. There was no sexy coochie rappers back then. I'm telling you,
salt and pepper.
No, they wasn't.
Like
listen, bro.
The middle.
Now listen, bro. I know these people. Like me, Special Ed. I was on the road with these people. They was not sexual. Salt and Pepper was not sexual.
Real good?
You see? Let me tell you something.
How about pussy real good? That's the original term, right?
Nigga, you know what I'm talking about. They wore sweatsuits. Now you conflating, man. Now you conflating, bro. Now you conflating. You conflating, bro. There was no bitches talking, doing what Cardi and Megan and Nicki. Come on, man. Lil' Kim wasn't even. Come on, bro. There was no sexy female rapper shit. Who was it?
You don't think Lil' Kim was raunchy and nasty?
She was not out that time. You brought up Queen Latifah.
Yes,
you brought it right. You brought up 1989. There wasn't no other doing that shit in 1989. Watch this. In 1989, when Latifah came out, let's talk about sex with. Listen. That's what I'm saying. This art form did not exist back then. So what we're doing is we're talking about the fucking NBA before the shot clock.